Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here I am doing Draw My Life, which is just drawing some details of my life that you don't know. I'm very private to my life, but I'm gonna share some details that you may like. This my life starts, like all lives, with a pregnant woman, which is my mom. She normally used to wear a green aviator raven sunglasses. She was so cool. And the 20th of January 81 at 11 p.m. she broke waters and has to rush to the hospital with my uncle. And because I'm a very efficient person, 3 minutes after I was born, yay! And because have some miscommunication between the hospital and my family, for a few years I was registered that I was born 21st, but in reality I guess I was born 20th. I was brought home, and there was waiting for me, my older sister, Gemma, with 8 years old, and my younger sister, Veronica, with 11 and a half months old. And after 2 weeks of this, my father went to buy some cigarettes, and he never came back. That's the only thing you're gonna hear about my father in this video. But my mom was okay because she had us. When I was young, I didn't like to wear dresses and skirts like my mom normally put the clothes on, so I like to be more like a tomboy. And since I was very young, I started doing very naughty things, like almost drawn and throwing some kitchens on top of me, and putting my finger into the nail machine and sew machine that my mom has just to get her attention. She was a designer, so since we are really kid, we used to design and create the clothes of our toys, and we were surrounded about fabrics and all that like that. So I really grow up with fashion around me, and since I was very young, I started developing some sense of dance, music, and I started drawing very well. And soon I needed some freedom because I'm a very independent person. So since I was 8 years old, I discovered the rollers, and I start rolling for hours and hours and years with my sister and a couple of friends from the neighborhood. So we normally roll, skate for, I don't know, the entire weekend, and we did that until we were like 14. We loved it. But soon things were gonna change, and my family needed some money, so I had to quit studies and start working. And I did it on my uncle's office, and I stayed there for 9 years with other jobs at the same time. So I used to work in the morning until mid-afternoon, and then in the night time I used to go out very much, very often, very late, but I always stay in the right side of life, so I didn't do too much damage into myself. But when I was 20-something, I didn't want to keep working in the office, so I decided to do something else. And I found out I love taking pictures, so I decided I wanted to study photography. So I thought, why not live somewhere else, go and learn English at the same time that I'm studying photography. So I moved to London. I never studied photography, and I planned to stay there 3 months, and I ended up moving back to Spain 3 years after. And I never studied photography, and started working in McDonald's, where I learned a lot of my English. And I used to live in a hostel called Hayam, where I met really nice people, and I have a great time. Soon I quit McDonald's and I started working in a Spanish restaurant, where I started as a waitress, and then I moved to bartender to make cocktails. I really have a great time there. And one day I was working, and then a new guy came in, a Swedish guy, and we met and we fell in love. And we have a great time, and soon enough, after a few months together, he decided to go back to Sweden. And well, I didn't want to leave London yet because I want to study photography and all of that, so I stayed in London, but that didn't last long. A month after, I moved to Sweden. And we moved together. We have started life there, but things didn't work really well for work thing and all of that. So we decided to move to Norway, where I started working in a fish industry in a place called Ålesund. It was a weird time. I didn't really have the best time in my life, but I learned a lot of things, and I make a lot of money. And start filleting, like cutting fish and then packing fish and all of that. And one day when I was on my way to work, I fell on the street with the ice, and I injured myself, and that put me 2 months or something more on the bed, and I couldn't move, and I was really depressed and sad. And one day I called my mom, and she said, "Why don't come back to Spain? So here we are, and I'll take care of you." So I start thinking that the first thing that the reason why I moved away was to study photography, and I never did that, so I really wanted to do it. So I decided to move back to Spain and do it. I said it, or I told my plans to my partner, and he came with me to study Spanish. And in 2007 we moved to Spain. There I started in a school called CEF, where I did a bunch of photography and digital design and all of that courses, which I really love and enjoy. And at the same time I started working in an office as an office manager in the morning, so I have the afternoon to study photography, and my boyfriend was studying Spanish, so everything was well. 2008 we decided to plan a really long trip to Asia, so he moved back to Norway to get some money, and I stayed in Spain. And we went to a trip, to a 2.5-month trip to Asia. We started in Thailand, then we went to Cambodia, Vietnam, and we ended in China. It was an amazing trip. We didn't have anything planned. We took buses. It was great. And I went back to Spain, and he went back to Sweden, and we split up. That was the end of our relationship. I was really sad. I didn't know what to do. I focused on photography, and I started doing a lot of things, and by the end of that year everything changed. I won a photography contest, a National Geographic Spain photography contest, amazing, and I got finalist in the international version, and I was so happy. I get some nice gifts. I was published in National Geographic magazine. I got a camera that I sold. I got a trip to Tanzania, Tanzania, and it was really nice. I went with my sister. I took a lot of pictures, and I got some of that inspired passion that I have for photography back. And by the end of that year also, I got my niece, Vicky. She was born at the end of the year, and I love her so much. When I visited her in the hospital, she threw up on me. That was karma, because I threw up to my uncle when he came to visit me when I was born. I started focusing on my photography career. I got into photography agency, but the money didn't come, and I was very sad. I didn't know what to do. So suddenly something came along, and it was the opportunity to study makeup. So I thought, why not? Let's try. I love that. So I started in a school, makeup school, and soon I realized that because I knew how to draw, I have a really nice high skills of drawing. I could put that into makeup and do tons of things that a lot of people couldn't do because they didn't have that drawing skills. So soon I was really good at what I was doing, and I thought, why not? Should I get into production or something and work in films and all of that? But it wasn't so easy to do. So I got an idea to get attention to the producers. So I got my webcam and start filming what I could do, and put up on YouTube that videos as a video book and send it to producers so they can see what I can do and be higher. But soon YouTube has something for me that wasn't nothing to do with TV and producers and movies and all of that. Soon my channel start grow, and a lot of people start following me, and a lot of people start asking for things. They love what I did and encourage me to continue. And then special effects makeup come along, and I start enjoying so much doing what I do, and start the videos to become just a part of my life, not just a video book. So I loved it. But now I'm again in that time of my life where I don't know what I want to do. If I want to move away again, start studying again, do something else with my life, I don't know. I'll let you know soon enough. So I'm gonna just thank you so much for being part of my life, for changing my life, for being these great inspired persons there around me all the time, enjoying my videos and being able to share everything that I know and continue learn. And that was one of the reasons why I discovered that I love to teach. So who knows, maybe I will do something with that in the future. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. I hope you enjoy this Draw My Life. Here you have a couple of previous videos, 5 ways to apply blush and embellish like Angelina Jolie. I hope you liked it, and see you next one. Bye!